So today, I've prepared a PowerPoint presentation to explain these topics. Let's get started. We're going to discuss community versus discoverability and why you should be on multiple platforms as a creator. So, you want to make it as a creator. You want to make the big bucks. You want the fame and fortune of people like Logan Paul or whatever. I don't know. I don't aspire to be anything like Logan Paul, but let's just say you want to make YouTube a source of income, make content creation a source of income beyond just a hobby. If you're just doing like streaming, making YouTube videos, whatever, as just a hobby because you like doing it and you have no aspirations for growth, anything like that, this is not for you. This is for people who specifically want to take their content to the next level. So for example, if you are a Twitch streamer and you're like, man, I'm gaining like a couple followers per week, my viewers are not going up at all, yada yada yada, what am I doing wrong? How can I improve? This is absolutely for you. If you're a YouTuber is thinking, man, I really like making YouTube videos, but I don't really think it's capturing every potential audience or really making the most of the audience that I have, this might also be for you. And if you're someone on TikTok who's like, man, I really like making these short, lower effort videos, but there's no retention. People are watching me, I'm getting like a decent amount of like TikTok followers, all of that, but they're not sticking around, they're not following me on like YouTube or Twitch or Twitter or whatever. How do you make that like that? So, what are the steps you need to take to get to that point? Think about it. This is the big dichotomy when it comes to online content creation. Community versus discoverability. When I'm talking about community, I mean like regular viewers, your subscribers, your followers, whatever. The people who repeatedly come back to see you. People getting the vibes of like they're hanging out with you as a creator. These are the people that like will watch you for your personality and stay because of your personality. They might have found you via some clickbait thumbnail or searching for a particular concept or something like that, but they continue to watch you for your personality or maybe even the category of content you make. On the flip side, we have discoverability. This is how you get new viewers. You want to make it as enticing as possible for people to find you and for the algorithm to then take the people's decisions and funnel that to more and more people. Because algorithms are what move a video, but it's people that watch a video. The algorithm is influenced by what people do, and you have to think about that first and foremost. This is just like clickbait, things like that. Because if people aren't clicking on your video, if people aren't choosing to watch your video, the algorithm won't boost it. So you need to focus on the people that fuel the algorithm. But this is the concept of community versus discoverability. And these concepts are largely at conflict in reality. Because content that is discoverable might not lend itself to your community, because it might be higher energy, less chill, less personality, and more like hype, gaming the system, etc. Whereas content that's based on community might not have any of those discoverability features, like the clickbait, how to attract new viewers, things like that. So why is there the conflict? Here's the big fundamental difference. Discoverability gets you new viewers and can also reactivate inert ones. For example, if someone subscribed to you like 2 years ago, has not watched any videos, and then they see your very highly discoverable video, that might reactivate them as a community member. The main point is that community keeps viewers around, whereas discoverability gets you new viewers. And content that fulfills these can be very, very different. Think about when you watch different content on different platforms. So if you're watching a stream versus watching a video versus watching a TikTok, the experience is absolutely not the same. If you're watching a stream, you're probably like having it on in the background, like just vibing out with the streamer, just sort of passively enjoying the content. Whereas if you're watching a video, it's often for a specific purpose, whether that's entertainment or information or some kind of utility. If you're watching a video, it's often for a purpose, and very rarely is it as passive an experience as watching a stream. Because if you're watching a video, you're at least moderately engaged because you have to click on the video in the first place. Whereas with a stream, once you're in, you can just kind of let it run and enjoy it. And then TikToks, it's It's another different weird experience. You're being like constantly shoveled new videos by different people. Just the algorithm is constantly giving you new short videos, and you're often very engaged in all these videos because they're so short. It's not a big investment to be engaged in a TikTok, whereas a video can be a large investment and a stream can be a very large investment. But a stream is passive, a video is active, and a TikTok is short but very active. Here we have a chart for discoverability versus community. Based off of how I've talked, can you guess what is the most discoverable platform? It's TikTok! Good job, you got it right. Now, what is the next most discoverable platform? That would be YouTube. YouTube has a nice balance of discoverability and community in its tools, its algorithm, and how the platform functions. So then, what is the least discoverable but most community-oriented platform? That would be this one, the one you're watching me on, twitch.tv. And you might be watching me on YouTube if you're seeing this video after the fact. Who knows? But twitch.tv is generally the most community-oriented platform. But then in between each of these points are YouTube's alternatives. So as an alternative to TikTok, we have the slightly less discoverable but more community-oriented YouTube Shorts. And between YouTube and Twitch, we have YouTube's streaming platform, which is YouTube Gaming, but it doesn't need to be gaming. But we're just going to call it YouTube Gaming for the sake of differentiation. It's just streaming on YouTube versus streaming on Twitch. First, since YouTube seems to be in the middle of everything, we'll go over the strengths, weaknesses, and ideas of the balance of YouTube first. So, YouTube, of course, has reasonably good discoverability through SEO tools like video tags, video descriptions. There's so many like third-party tools that let you measure the quality of your SEO and make improvements upon it. There's also thumbnails, which is honestly the most important SEO tool, because if people aren't clicking on your video, it's not going to fuel the algorithm. You can have perfect tags, a perfect description. You can have like the video show up on everyone's feed, everyone's search. But if the thumbnail isn't enticing, nobody's going to click on it. So the thumbnail is an amazing asset that you have on YouTube that you don't on Twitch. Next, you also have the algorithm, which again, the SEO tools help fuel your video being found, the thumbnails fuel the video being clicked on, and then the algorithm is fueled by the video being clicked on and then funnels it and regurgitates it to more and more people. And then, of course, once people are on the video, you have the ability to pace a video really, really well to help keep people engaged, to continue watching your video and get all the benefits of discoverability. And also, of course, there's YouTube Shorts. But now let's talk about the community tools on YouTube. There's the content of the video. People will subscribe for your personality, for the type of content you make, or whatever. Your video contents are a large part of what drives your ability to build a community on YouTube. People wouldn't subscribe to me on YouTube if I weren't talking about ocarinas. I don't want to be pigeonholed solely in the ocarina niche, as I have a lot of other skills and interests, but the biggest pillar of my community is the video subject matter and my personality and how I deal with it. And then there's a literal community tab. Once you're monetized, you can literally post to your community, talk to your community. It's like miniature Twitter or Instagram built into YouTube. And of course, YouTube, you can live stream there. It's a great tool. And it's really nice that YouTube literally is an all-in-one package compared to like Twitch or TikTok. We've established YouTube as the baseline for balancing both discoverability and community. So now let's go over TikTok and then compare it with YouTube Shorts. Which one's better, which one does more for your channel, etc., etc. So TikTok is, of course, the #1 discoverability platform via its virality algorithm. It is very likely that if you post a video, it will absolutely pop off, get a ton of views, and result in, ideally, a bunch of followers for yourself. I've had friends, my friend Big Rig Creates, he posts on TikTok fairly regularly with either clips from his videos or just entirely original TikTok content. And he's gotten hundreds of thousands of views due to that, just because of having something that's really easily shareable and really interesting at the right time. So it's TikTok is by far the best for discoverability, but that is at the cost of community. Because it's lower effort content, people will just watch it and move on. So there's low to no transfer to other platforms or even to followers on TikTok. If you make a video on TikTok that gets 1 million views, you'll probably gain a ton of followers from it. But the ratio of new followers to views on a video on TikTok is likely far lower than that of YouTube or Twitch. That's a big issue with TikTok, which is alleviated by YouTube Shorts. The content is functionally the exact same as TikTok. Most YouTube Shorts are just reposted TikToks, but YouTube Shorts are a better funnel to your YouTube channel if that is your focus as a creator, because it's literally on the exact same channel. Someone can watch your short, click on you, and then subscribe, and then they can see all of your longer form content on YouTube, or even your streams. Gotta ask, which is better? Because with TikTok, it's the best discoverability, but low transfer to other platforms. YouTube is the exact same content as TikTok, but it's better as a funnel to your community side, your YouTube channel, your stream, etc. So which is better? Yes. The answer is yes. Simul upload to both. Like, there's literally no reason not to simultaneously upload your TikToks to YouTube or your YouTube Shorts to TikTok. As long as you're specifying that it's a short, it won't damage your YouTube algorithm. It'll give you an entirely separate avenue to grow on. And there's literally no reason not to do both if you're making short form portrait-oriented content. So the answer is yes. Simul post to both. This is a really easy answer. Like, when you're talking about TikTok versus YouTube Shorts, the answer is do both. There's no reason to not do both. Next, we're going to go on Twitch versus YouTube gaming. This is a much spicier issue, a more difficult concept to discuss because you realistically cannot stream to both at the same time, whereas with Shorts and TikToks, you can upload to both, no problem. With Twitch, it has great community tools. Like, it has arguably the best community tools of any streaming platform. There's a lot of gamification for viewers between channel points, subscriptions, bits, etc. There's so many ways Twitch gamifies the experience for viewers and helps keep them engaged while they're watching you. And it's also by far the most used platform for streams. So if you're streaming to Twitch, your potential audience is far larger than your potential audience if you're streaming to YouTube. On the flip side, Twitch has low to no discoverability, but it has pretty good retention. So if you gain a follower on Twitch, chances are they'll continue to watch your stuff. But gaining that follower in the first place is really difficult. Twitch also has the issue of the rich get richer. The way discoverability works is if you search for a game, a topic, whatever, it'll just show you the most viewed to the least viewed. So the person who has the most viewers is going to be the first person seen by the quote-unquote Twitch algorithm. There is no algorithm, but Twitch is very not good for discoverability. In fact, I would say there's basically no discoverability unless you are already very big on the platform. So let's compare that to YouTube gaming. YouTube gaming gives you a default funnel to your YouTube channel. So if you're streaming on YouTube, you're getting viewers there, you're getting subscribers, whatever. That's an easy, just immediate funnel for people to switch to watching your YouTube videos, etc., etc. If YouTube videos are a medium that you're using as content, this is an immediate funnel to that. There are similar community tools as Twitch, but viewers use them far less. I've seen circumstances where people will stream on YouTube, get like 5 times as many viewers as Twitch, but make far less revenue from streaming on YouTube versus streaming on Twitch, because the community tools on Twitch are gamified, really well advertised, and really well understood by the viewers, whereas YouTube's streaming is a bit more of a Wild West scenario where there's no Prime subs, there's far fewer features or far less used features compared to Twitch. However, YouTube gaming does have better discoverability, but it has lower retention than Twitch because there is discoverability, people are far more likely to stumble across your stream on YouTube, but because they're stumbling across it, they're probably not invested in it. So chances are most people who stop by your stream will move on. On YouTube, you'll have very high unique viewers, but very low average viewers compared to Twitch, where you might have a decent amount of average viewers, and the number of unique different viewers will only be a little bit higher than your average count. That being said, streaming on YouTube can actually harm how the algorithm treats your channel if it messes with your retention, your watch time, etc., etc. So if you are going to live stream on YouTube, I would actually recommend making an alternate channel unless the contents on your stream are the exact same as the contents on your channel. That's actually why I'm streaming on Twitch rather than streaming on YouTube, because my YouTube channel is all vlogs, no gaming. I might make a second channel for gaming, but my Twitch is sort of like a whole show experience, whereas my YouTube channel is like highly curated videos either cut from my stream, well that's a new concept, or just originally made by me. So I stream on Twitch and then cut videos onto YouTube because I don't want to mess with my YouTube algorithm when I'm already like not on top of the YouTube algorithm. So I don't want to do anything that can further harm it. This really is a very hard decision for streaming on Twitch versus streaming on YouTube, and it really depends on what your content is and how your channel works. I have friends who regularly stream on YouTube, and that's like the funnel for how they make content on their YouTube videos. So it is only helpful to their algorithm, whereas I clearly know that my streams are going to be very different from my videos, so I'm going to keep those completely separate. So this really depends on your personal preferences as a creator. If your stream is the same as your videos, stream on YouTube. If your stream is different from your videos, then don't. So what do you choose? We already just went over that a little bit, but here is my strategy and how it's going. So of course, my primary channel is going to be YouTube, obviously. It's the core of my content and has the best balance between discoverability and community building. If you're making content online, you should be on YouTube. That's my firm opinion. You gotta be on YouTube. So for discoverability, occasionally I'll take shareable independent clips from my videos and turn them into shorts plus TikToks. It's the exact same content to both, but it's not something I put that much effort into. It's just sort of, if I have the opportunity, if I have a clip that works, it'll end up there. So then for community and content generation, of course, that's going to be Twitch. I think Twitch has better community tools, and while it has weaker discoverability, I'm aiming to funnel viewers from my other platforms onto Twitch. And on top of that, I like to plan out my streams, which lends itself very easily to turning into a unique video. So for example, my last 2 videos on YouTube were both things that I planned out, did live on stream, and then they totally just, it worked out. It was super easy because I already had it planned out, and because I'm live streaming, I have a bit more confident presentation, whereas if I'm recording without a stream, I get to do as many takes as possible. So it actually ends up being a lot faster for me to make content on Twitch. And then as long as it's well planned out, turn it into a video afterwards. That's my content creation strategy. To add some extra context, I literally do like social media as my job. I do like influencer relations, content creation, stuff like that for AverMedia. So I work with influencers on I hate the word influencers. I hate calling people influencers, but that's just the technical term I'm going to use. I work with creators ranging from like a few thousand followers to a couple million followers, and I hear from them and like see what they're doing all the time. So this is from that experience. I work in this industry as a professional, and I understand a lot of what people do and how people have grown. Anyways, Nafis asks, what about Instagram? If you're using Instagram as a photo platform, I would be careful about over simulposting like TikToks and shorts to Reels. Let's say I make a TikTok and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna simultaneously post that to YouTube Shorts, but then I also like do photography on Instagram. I don't want to clog my photography feed on Instagram with Reels, because Reels do show up on your wall on Instagram. So it really depends. Is Instagram solely a extra discoverability tool for you? And if so, then why would people follow you on Instagram? So with that being said, if you're doing Instagram as a tool for discoverability, whatever, anything like that, you're going to want to give people a reason to follow your Instagram above just having simultaneous posts or whatever. Like, it's totally fine to post good, well curated, like TikTok Reels, TikTok content, shorts, etc. to Reels, or relevant videos to like IGTV. But if you're just using Instagram as a place to simulpost, there's literally no reason to follow you. Whereas like versus TikTok and YouTube Shorts, there's no drawback to simulposting, because TikTok, that's a unique type of content, and Shorts is just sort of like adding just an extra visibility metric that doesn't harm anything. Whereas with Instagram, Reels clog your feed and can actually detract from why people should follow you. So on Instagram, make sure you're making your content unique. Keep your Instagram pretty well curated if you're using it as a tool as a creator. I don't particularly give a shit about my personal Instagram, so I don't bother ever posting like my content creation stuff there. I just post photos there, and I don't advertise it. I only advertise my Twitter as like an additional form of social media because I don't use my personal Instagram enough for it to warrant being used as like an online growth tool. You don't want to spread yourself too thin as well, because then it's really easily just like, okay, if I have to make a YouTube video, I then have to like make a short, also make a TikTok, also advertise it on Twitter, also advertise it on Instagram, also post the reel to Instagram, also repost the video on IGTV. Just adding too many steps adds too much friction to your enjoyment as a creator. So you do need to actually enjoy it. You need to like what you do. If you don't like making videos, if you don't like being a creator, then why are you trying? That's my hot take. But yeah, Instagram, keep it curated.